Have you ever ended a long motorcycle ride feeling like you've been carrying a 100-pound weight on your back? Or maybe your wrists are screaming in pain, your knees are locked up, and your spine feels like it's been through a meat grinder? Here's the dirty secret the motorcycle industry doesn't want to admit. Most touring bikes look incredible at first, until hour 3 of your journey, when your body starts begging for mercy. But what if I told you there are Japanese touring bikes specifically engineered to deliver long, pain-free rides? Machines that glide down highways without wrecking your body. That's exactly what we're exploring today. We're ranking these 12 amazing Japanese touring bikes based on 4 critical factors that matter most to experienced riders: ergonomics and seat comfort, suspension quality and adjustability, vibration isolation, and 4th, wind protection and weather defense. Number 12. Honda CB500X, proof that comfort doesn't need to come in a half-ton package. This middleweight marvel is like that reliable friend who never shows up late and never asks for more than they need. Its 471cc parallel twin engine delivers 47 horsepower and 32 pound-feet of torque. Not enough to tear your arms off, but plenty to put a smile on your face mile after mile. What makes this engine special for touring isn't raw power. It's the smooth delivery that feels like warm butter spreading across toast. At highway speeds, there's just enough pulse to remind you you're on a motorcycle without the bone-rattling vibration that turns your hands numb after an hour. Why riders love it? The upright riding position keeps your wrists and lower back happy even after all-day rides. The seat is wide enough to spread pressure evenly. And the 4.6-gallon tank means nearly 300 miles between fill-ups. That's fewer stops for your already complaining knees. Any downsides? Well, the stock windscreen could be taller for better highway protection, and the suspension, while comfortable, isn't as adjustable as pricier options. Still, it is perfect for a rider who wants to pack light and ride far without drama or a second mortgage. This is the touring bike for people who think touring bikes are too big, too heavy, and too expensive. Number 11. Suzuki V-Strom 650 XT, the bike that's been quietly dominating comfort per dollar ratings for years. Powered by a 645cc V-twin engine producing 70 horsepower, this bike delivers power like a good waiter delivers your meal, exactly when you want it, without making a scene. At 476 pounds, it's substantial enough to feel planted on the highway, but not so heavy that you dread parking lot maneuvers. The V-Strom seat is like that perfect diner booth, supportive in all the right places and comfortable enough that you forget you're sitting on it. The upright handlebar position is a gift to wrists and shoulders that aren't as forgiving as they once were. Why riders love it? The V-twin configuration gives you torque exactly where you need it, meaning less shifting and less strain on aging hands and knees. The natural riding triangle keeps your spine aligned instead of curved like a question mark. And the adjustable windscreen can be positioned to direct airflow over your helmet rather than into your chest. It's not the most exciting-looking bike in the parking lot, and the instrument panel feels a generation behind the competition. It's perfect for the practical rider who'd rather spend money on gas for the journey than payments on the bike. This is the motorcycle equivalent of comfortable shoes that never go out of style. Number 10. Honda NC750X. The bike that proves engineers sometimes do understand human anatomy. This machine is like that quiet colleague who never brags but always delivers. Its unique 745cc parallel twin engine with a forward-canted design delivers 58 horsepower and impressive torque at just 4,750 RPM. Exactly where you need it for real-world riding. What makes the NC750X special is how Honda completely rethought motorcycle design. The fuel tank is under the seat, which means the tank in front of you is actually a large storage compartment, big enough for a full-face helmet. This design creates a more natural riding position that feels like sitting in a well-designed office chair rather than perching on a fence rail. Why riders love it? The low center of gravity makes this 472-pound bike feel 100 pounds lighter, reducing strain on aging knees during low-speed maneuvers. The controls transmit minimal vibration, sparing your joints from the buzzing that can turn hands into claws after a long day. And that 70+ miles per gallon fuel efficiency means fewer stops and longer stretches of comfortable cruising. It's not winning any beauty contests, and the power delivery, while smooth, won't set your heart racing. at about $9,499 brand new. It's perfect for the pragmatic rider who values function over flash and comfort over cool factor. This is the bike for people who've outgrown the need to impress others and just want to enjoy the ride. Number 9. Kawasaki Ninja 1000SX. Proof that sport and comfort aren't sworn enemies. Don't let the Ninja name fool you. This isn't a track weapon that demands yoga instructor flexibility. This is Kawasaki's secret weapon in the sport touring category, offering superbike thrills without the chiropractor bills. Its 1043cc inline-4 engine produces 142 horsepower and 82 pound-feet of torque, like having a symphony orchestra at your right wrist. The engine is remarkably smooth, with vibration damping that feels like riding on glass, even at triple-digit speeds. Why riders love it? The riding position is sporty without being punishing. Imagine leaning forward just enough to look interested in a conversation, not folded like you're searching for a contact lens. The adjustable windscreen provides excellent protection without the buffeting that can strain neck muscles on long rides. And the electronic cruise control means your right hand gets a break on those long highway stretches. At 514 pounds wet, it's no lightweight, and the seat, while better than pure sport bikes, still firms up after a few hours. At around $13,699 new. It's perfect for the rider who refuses to surrender speed for comfort, but isn't willing to sacrifice their spine on the altar of performance. This is the bike for the person who still wants to carve canyons, but needs to be able to stand up straight at work on Monday. Number 8. Suzuki GSX-S1000GT. What happens when engineers take a superbike engine and send it to finishing school? This relatively new entry in the sport touring segment is like that friend who can both discuss fine wine and change your transmission fluid. Powered by a 999cc inline-4 derived from the legendary GSX-R1000K5, the GT produces 150 horsepower but delivers it with the smoothness of cream being poured into coffee. The engine has been retuned for stronger mid-range power, exactly where you need it when you're passing an 18-wheeler on a mountain pass. The chassis strikes that perfect balance between stability and agility, like a well-trained dancer who can both waltz and breakdance. Why riders love it? The riding position is the star here. Sporty enough to handle twisty mountain roads, but upright enough to prevent your lower back from filing for divorce after 200 miles. The wide, well-padded seat distributes pressure evenly, preventing those hot spots that can turn a pleasant ride into a countdown to the next rest stop. The 6.9-inch TFT display is bright enough to read even in direct sunlight, a blessing for eyes that aren't as sharp as they once were. Downsides? The saddlebags, while stylish, don't hold as much as some competitors, and the suspension, while good, lacks the electronic adjustability of premium offerings. At approximately $14,299 new, it's for an experienced rider who wants sport bike DNA without the physical punishment. This is the bike for people who still want to feel the thrill but need to be able to walk normally after the ride. Number 7. Yamaha Tracer 9 GT Plus. The bike that proves 3 cylinders might be the perfect number. Powered by an 890cc CP 3 triple-cylinder engine that makes 117 horsepower. This bike delivers power like a gourmet meal, in perfectly timed courses that leave you satisfied but never overwhelmed. The triple-engine configuration hits the sweet spot between a twin's character and a four's smoothness. What sets the Tracer apart is its scooped, broad seat that cradles you like a favorite armchair. The sport touring chassis features electronically adjustable suspension that can transform from sporty to cruiser soft faster than you can say "my back hurts." A crucial feature for riders whose joints are becoming more vocal critics of poor road surfaces. Why riders love it? The GT Plus model's large fairings, adjustable screen, and heated grips create a microclimate that shields you from the elements like a personal force field. The radar-assisted adaptive cruise control is a game-changer on highways, maintaining a safe distance from vehicles ahead automatically, reducing the mental fatigue that can be as exhausting as physical discomfort on long rides. The quick shifter means no clutch work in traffic, sparing your left hand from repetitive strain. The technology can be overwhelming at first, with menus and settings that require some study. And at $12,599, it's not exactly impulse buy territory. It's perfect for the tech-savvy rider who appreciates innovation that serves comfort rather than just adding flash. This is the bike for someone who doesn't let age dictate their riding style, but wants technology to compensate for physical realities. Number 6. Kawasaki Concours 14. The motorcycle equivalent of a private jet that you can park on your driveway. This is the kind of bike that makes 500-mile days feel like casual afternoon rides. Powered by a 1,352cc inline-4 engine, producing 153 horsepower and 100 pound-feet of torque, it delivers power like a butler. Always there when you need it, invisible when you don't. The transmission features a unique 6-speed gearbox paired with a shaft drive that's smoother than a politician's promises, but actually delivers. No chain to lube, no belt to adjust. Just twist the throttle and watch the horizon come to you. Why riders love it? The electrically adjustable windscreen creates a pocket of still air that makes highway cruising as peaceful as sitting on your porch. The ergonomic seat and riding position distribute weight evenly across your contact points, preventing the pressure spots that can turn enjoyment into endurance. The heated grips keep your hands functioning even when temperatures drop, crucial for riders whose circulation isn't what it used to be. Still, at 690 pounds wet, it's a substantial machine that demands respect at parking lot speeds, and the heat management around the legs can get toasty in summer traffic. It's perfect for the serious distance rider who measures trips in states crossed rather than miles covered. With a 5.8-gallon fuel tank and fuel economy hovering around 40 miles per gallon, this is the bike for someone who sees a 1,000-mile weekend as an opportunity, not a challenge. Number 5. Yamaha Super T&eacute. The bike that proves comfort doesn't have to mean compromise. For riders who think adventure bikes can't be comfortable, the Super T&eacute is like finding out your hiking boots are actually more comfortable than your slippers. It's built not just for long-haul touring, but for conquering continents, with reliability that's more dependable than sunrise. The Super T&eacute runs on a 1,199cc parallel twin with a 270-degree firing order, delivering 112 horsepower and roughly 85 pound-feet of torque. That 270-degree crank gives it the character of a V-twin, but with the perfect primary balance that keeps vibration at bay, like having your cake and eating it too. Why riders love it? The electronic suspension system is like having a suspension technician riding along, constantly adjusting settings to match the road. Hit a pothole, and the bike absorbs it before your spine even knows what happened. The adjustable seat height, between 32.3 and 33.3 inches, means you can find your perfect ergonomic position, and the slim tank profile makes it stand lower than expected, helping with confidence at stops, crucial for riders whose inseams haven't grown with their wisdom. Downsides? At 584 pounds wet, it's no featherweight, and the technology, while useful, isn't as cutting-edge as some newer competitors. It's perfect for the rider who wants a bike that can handle a gravel road detour without complaint, but still deliver all-day highway comfort. This is the motorcycle for someone who sees the journey as more important than the destination. Number 4. Kawasaki Ninja H2SX-SE. What happens when engineers ask, what if we took a supercharged hyperbike and made it comfortable for touring? This isn't just a motorcycle, it's a statement. At its heart is a 998cc supercharged inline-4, producing 207 horsepower and 101 pound-feet of torque. But unlike most high-performance engines that deliver power like a punch to the chest, the supercharger delivers this power in a smooth, linear fashion that's more like being pushed back into a luxury recliner. What makes the H2SX-SE special is how it harnesses this incredible performance in a package designed for all-day comfort. It's like having a supercar with massage seats. Why riders love it? The riding position is sporty but not extreme. Imagine leaning forward just enough to show interest in what someone's saying, not folded like you're tying your shoes. The electronically adjustable suspension reads the road and adapts faster than you can think, providing a plush ride on rough highways and firming up for spirited cornering. The radar-assisted adaptive cruise control and blind spot detection reduce the mental fatigue that can be as exhausting as physical discomfort on long rides. At approximately $29,100 new, it costs more than some cars, and the technology, while impressive, means more things that potentially need service. Number 3. Yamaha FJR1300. The bike that professional long-distance riders choose when they need to cover serious miles in serious comfort. This machine is like that experienced tour guide who knows all the shortcuts and best views. Powered by a 1,298cc inline-4 engine producing 141.5 horsepower and 99.1 pound-feet of torque, the FJR delivers power like a well-trained orchestra. Everything in perfect harmony. No single element overwhelming the others. The engine is remarkably refined, with vibration control that makes 80 miles per hour feel like you're hovering above the pavement rather than riding on it. The shaft drive eliminates chain maintenance entirely. One less thing to worry about when you're planning that cross-country adventure. Why riders love it? The electrically adjustable windscreen creates a bubble of still air that makes highway miles disappear without neck strain. The heated grips keep your hands functioning even when temperatures drop. The spacious seat distributes pressure evenly, preventing the hot spots that can turn a pleasure ride into a countdown to the next rest stop. The electronically adjustable suspension lets you fine-tune the ride with the push of a button, adapting to changing road conditions or passenger loads without tools or hassle. While Yamaha has discontinued the FJR 1300 in some markets, making parts potentially harder to find in the future, and at 642 pounds, it's a substantial machine that demands respect at parking lot speeds. This is the bike for riders who plan their vacations around roads, not destinations. Used examples in excellent condition between $8,000 and $15,000 represent incredible value for a machine that can easily rack up 100,000 plus miles with basic maintenance. Number 2. Honda NT 1100. The touring bike for riders who prefer substance over showing off. This motorcycle is like that unassuming expert who quietly solves problems while others are still talking about them. Powered by a 1,084cc parallel twin engine, the same powerhouse found in the Africa Twin, it delivers around 100 horsepower and 77 pound-feet of torque, with the smoothness of silk sliding over polished marble. The power delivery is so refined you could balance a coin on the tank at idle. Yet there's enough punch to make highway passing feel like slicing through butter with a hot knife. Why riders love it? Honda's optional DCT means no clutch lever and no shifting if you don't want it. A game changer for riders with wrist issues or arthritis. Imagine riding through stop-and-go traffic without once squeezing a clutch lever. The low center of gravity makes this 547-pound bike feel 100 pounds lighter, reducing strain on aging knees during low-speed maneuvers. The integrated pannier mounts, comfy rider triangle, and adjustable windscreen create a cocoon of comfort that makes 300-mile days feel like casual afternoon rides. The styling is understated to the point of being forgettable, and the standard seat, while comfortable, isn't as plush as some competitors. It's perfect for the experienced rider who values function over flash and substance over style. This is the bike for someone who wants to enjoy the journey without announcing their arrival half a mile away. It's the touring equivalent of comfortable shoes that never go out of style. Number 1. Honda Goldwing Tour DCT. The closest you'll ever come to riding your living room down the highway. This isn't just a motorcycle, it's a fully loaded luxury experience that turns every ride into a memory. Powered by a 6-cylinder 1833cc horizontally opposed boxer engine, producing 126 horsepower and 125 pound-feet of torque, the Goldwing delivers power like a butler. Always there when you need it, invisible when you don't. The engine is so perfectly balanced, you could perform brain surgery while it's running. There's no vibration, just a gentle, reassuring hum that tells you there's plenty in reserve whenever you need it. Why riders love it? The 7-speed dual-clutch transmission eliminates the clutch lever entirely, a blessing for hands that might be feeling the effects of arthritis or years of hard work. The heated grips, heated seats, and electronically adjustable windshield create a microclimate that keeps you comfortable regardless of outside conditions, like riding inside a high-end luxury car. The suspension reads the road like it's reading your mind, absorbing imperfections before they reach your spine. The seat is so plush and supportive you'll forget you're sitting on a motorcycle. It's more like your favorite recliner with wheels. Any downsides? At 847 pounds, it's heavier than some small cars, and at around $29,700 new, it requires a significant financial commitment. It's ideal for the rider who wants the ultimate in two-wheeled luxury and has the experience to handle a machine of this size. This is the bike for someone who sees touring as not just transportation, but a lifestyle. The motorcycle equivalent of a luxury yacht that happens to use highways instead of water. But wait, there's one more bike that deserves your attention, the Kawasaki Versys 1000 SELT Plus. This is the dark horse of the touring world. A bike that doesn't get the attention of some flashier models, but delivers comfort that will make you wonder why you ever considered anything else. It's like finding out that comfortable shoes can also look good. Under the tank sits a smooth, liquid-cooled inline 4-cylinder engine with a displacement of 1,099 cubic centimeters. It produces around 130 horsepower with a torque curve as smooth as honey flowing from a jar. This engine is tuned for real-world usability. Power that's always there when you need it, but never intrusive when you don't. Why riders love it? Kawasaki's Skyhook semi-active suspension system is like having a suspension technician making micro-adjustments every millisecond. Hit a pothole, and the bike absorbs it before your spine even knows what happened. The upright seating position coupled with wide handlebars creates a natural riding triangle that keeps your wrists, back, and knees happy, even after 400-mile days. The heated grips and quick shifter reduce fatigue on long rides, the former keeping your hands functioning in cold weather, the latter eliminating the need to work the clutch during spirited riding. At 571 pounds, it's no lightweight, and the 33-inch seat height might be challenging for shorter riders. At around $19,499 new, it's for the discerning rider who values comfort and capability in equal measure. This is the bike for someone who wants premium features without premium pretense. The touring equivalent of a high-end watch that doesn't need to flash its brand name to prove its worth. There you have it, 12 amazing Japanese touring bikes that won't leave you feeling like you've been carrying 100 pounds on your back after a long ride. From the affordable and approachable Honda CB 500X to the luxurious Goldwing Tour DCT, there's something here for every rider and budget. What these bikes all have in common is their focus on what really matters for touring: comfort, reliability, and the ability to eat miles without eating your body. Because let's face it, the best motorcycle journey isn't about how fast you get there, but how good you feel when you arrive.